everybody, and welcome to this week's prep for the week with me. So this week is a very exciting. I do have just this week, and then in the following week I have my spring break. So we have two outfits here, so I'm very excited. It's going to just be a fun, cute but colorful week. So I'm very excited for my spring break and also just for these looks. So without further ado, let's start prepping. Okay, so we do have our two outfits here, so let's take a little closer look to them. Okay, so first outfit is going to be this blue navy top from the brand Ragdoll. I did do a Ross haul, so if you guys want, you guys will see both of these tops, so totally go and check that out. So I got this for $7.99, and then I'm just gonna wear my black pants from the brand Disclosure. I really like these. I have them inside out because of the fur, because there's just so much fur everywhere. My babies are shedding. Honestly, they always are, but yeah, so I put this one for the first outfit, and then the second outfit is going to be just really nice and really simple. So this is from the brand LC, an extra large, and then $6.99. And then these pants are also, so these outfits are all from Ross, but these are the pants from the brand Song. And yeah, so just nice, simple, really cute. So that's basically it for these outfits. So now let's move on to our fragrance combination. Okay, so let's talk about fragrance combination. So for the first outfit, or actually both, I am thinking of taking the Equate Baby Oil in the green bottle for both of these fragrance combinations. So the first outfit is going to have the EOS body lotion in coconut waters, and then for body mist, I'm going to go in with Viva Vanilla from Bath & Body Works. I think this would be a pretty good combo. I don't know, I'm feeling kind of just fun and silly. And then I want to top it all off with Living Grace by Philosophy. So I think this would have some freshness, this would add a little bit of sweetness, and then this was a mix of both fresh and sweet. So I think this would go quite well with this look and just the vibe of this. So I was looking for a coconut fragrance, but I don't really have many. I couldn't find anything, but yeah, so I think this would be a pretty good match. Now for the second combination, I will be taking the green Equate Baby Oil, and then the main fragrance combination is going to be Magic in the Air by Bath & Body Works. I'm gonna take the body lotion and the body mist. My sister did lose the cap, so I don't know where that is. And then to top it all off, I'm gonna take the Philosophy Falling in Love Eau de Toilette. I feel like it would just go with it quite well because it's pretty sweet, and then this is pretty sweet too, so I think this would be really good. So these are the fragrance combinations for both these outfits. So now let's move on to our makeup. On to the makeup, we have our first outfit here. Now the vibes for this makeup, I really want to do like just like a fun mauve-ish cool tone look. So because the shirt is like a navy cool tone, I think like a pretty purpley mauve look would go pretty well. But before moving on to this first outfit, I do want to show you guys what I'm going to be using for both of these outfits. So for primers, the base primer is going to be this No Problem primer from Touch in Sol. It's gonna be the first time ever using it, so I'm really excited about this. My sister swears by it. She's gone through so many bottles, so I have high hopes for this. And then for eye primer, I'm just going to take, oh wait, no, this is actually the brow lift. So this is the e.l.f. brow lift in the clear one. I'm thinking of using this up, so I want to use it this week. But the eye primer is going to be the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer in the white. It's the one that I used last week. I actually have to find it because I thought I put it here. But yeah, so it's supposed to be the e.l.f. one. And then for foundation and concealer, I'm just going to take, once again this week, this for Best Skin Ever shade 24N. And then for concealer, it'd be the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Light Beige. Now for a lip combination for this week, I'm going to take the Italia Deluxe Stuck On You PH Lip Stain. I got this for my birthday, so super cute. This is in the shade 08 Moi. And then for just a topper, I'm going to take this lip oil from Billion Dollar Beauty in Rose. I just recently got this in a Marshall's haul, and I really want to use it, so I really want to keep the color of this. So this one's pretty clear, so I think it'd be really perfect. Now for eyes, I do want to take a shadow stick. This is the IT Cosmetics Superhero No Tug Shadow Stick in the shade Bare and Brave. Really excited to try. This will be the first time trying it, so I'm gonna take that. And then for bronzer slash contour, I'm gonna take the W7 Cheeky Dip in the shade of Fierce. I really like it. I feel like it goes with both of the outfits. And then for highlighter, I'm going to take this Billion Dollar Beauty liquid highlighter in the shade Mystique. I also got this at my Marshall's haul along with the lip oil. I really am excited to try this. I've swatched it and it seems really, really good. So I'm really excited to try this one out. And then lastly, for the highlighters, I'm going to take the Revolution palette in Golden Sugar Rose Gold. And then I'm going to take the City Color Trio palette for these two looks. So now moving on to our first outfits and makeup, starting off with the eyeshadow. I'm thinking of using these three palettes. So we have the Cara Beauty La Dama de Flores, Wet n Wild, Rosé in the Air, and then Elf Quad in Rose Water. Now, because I want to do more of a cool tone look, the only shadow from this palette I'm going to take is this navy blue. It's a really dark navy blue. It almost looks like black, but it's really, really fun color. It literally matches the top really, really well. So I'm thinking of using it as eyeliner. And then, so that's for this palette. And then the main palette is going to be the Elf Rose Water. I'm going to take this matte shade for base, and then I want to just use the shimmer all over the lid, and then this one for liner. But this might get a little lost and it just might look a little too dusty on me and my skin tone. So the Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air, I'm thinking of using this transition shade just to make sure that it looks well. So that is the eye look. Really, really simple, super, super cute. Now for our blushes, I do want to take this Morphe blush drop in the shade That Girl, and then my love, the Rose Ink Camellia blush. I just love this one. Every time I do a cool tone, especially more of a mauve color, I just love this one so much. So good. Now for powder blush combo, I want to do the Essence the blush in the shade 70 Believing, taking Essence the blush in the shade 10 Be Fitting, and then blend all of this out with the Bisou blush in the shade 13 Rosa Palo. So that is the blush combo. And oh, here it is, the Elf Putty Eye Primer in just the white one. So it's also what I'm using this week. And the last product for this specific look, I do want to take a little bit of a bronzer. So it's the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in the shade Sunset Striptease. So nice neutral bronzer. I think it'll go pretty well with the look. So now let's move on to the second outfits. Now into the second outfit, I'm really thinking of just like a fun, just like a cute little look, just glittery. Yeah, so I do have these three things for the eyes. I have this Flower Beauty shimmer quad in Petal Play. I have this Ulta Beauty collection palette, 6-pan eyeshadow palette. It doesn't really have a name, it's just a 6-pan eyeshadow palette. And then this LA Girl glitter liner in Pampered Pink. So for this look, I'm thinking of mostly just using these like pale peach shade and then just a little bit of this one to blend it with the blush. But from this palette, I do want to go in and use this as a base underneath this one. So I'm thinking of mixing probably these three, but most likely just these two as a base. And I just want to do this over the crease, just like a fun liner look. I think it'd be really, really fun. Super, super cute. So, and then for just a regular liner, I'm gonna take this brownish shade. I think it'd be really fun and cute. So now moving on to our blushes, I have these two cream and liquid. This is the AOA blush in the shade Cupid, and then the Elf Camo liquid blush in Rose, or what is it, Suave Rose? Dusty Rose, my bad. So shade of Dusty Rose. And then for our powder combo, I do want to take this City Color blush trio, and I want to take this more brighter pink. I never really use this one. I need to repress this one. I've already hit pan on it, but it just keeps breaking. So, but yeah, so I have a pan already in this one, so I like this one a lot. I like this one too. This one I don't really just use. I just don't really lean towards like bright pinks, but I feel like for this look, I don't know, I'm just feeling fun and creative. So I think this would be really, really fun. And then to like a mid-tone shade, I do want to have this Sephora blush in the shade Shame on You. And then just to blend everything out, I want to go in with Benefits Dandelion. Just a fun. I'm pretty close to hitting pan. You see that dent? I need to take off the hard pan. I've been meaning to, and then I just keep forgetting. But yeah, so that is that. And then lastly, I do want to have this bronzer. This is more of a warmer bronzer compared to the first look. So this is the Silly Color bronzer palette. I'm thinking of taking both these two shades for just a warmer bronzing look. So that is basically it. That was the last item for this look. So this is really it for the makeup portion. So is it, and it's actually it for this week's things prep for the week with me. I am so excited for my spring break. So excited. I'm so ready. I really need a break. So yeah, so this is the last prep for the week with me until another week or so. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm gonna do so much during my spring break. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of nothing. I'm very excited. So this is it for this week's prep for the week with me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Mwah.